What is a life hack that seems fake but is a true lifesaver? Every male should know this. If you want to get rid of an awkward boner, flex any muscle in your body, maybe an arm. For a minute, the blood will rush to that muscle and away from your dick. Crisis averted. If you have a dishwasher, I'm sure you're familiar with the vague annoyance of pools of water being left on your dishes. After the cycle is done, grab a clean towel and hang it flat on the inside of the door and close gently. Don't slam it. It's okay to be open a crack still. And wait about 30 minutes. Your dishes will be completely dry. You should do this as close to the finish of the cycle as possible when it's still warm inside. I saw a comment on one of these kind of threads that recommended gently rocking back and forth while pooping. I've never had any problems in the bathroom, but I happened to be sitting on the toilet when I read the comment, so I decided to give it a test drive. I was pleasantly surprised at how quick and effortless the whole experience was, and I haven't gone back to my old stationary technique since. If you have funky armpits and need to fix them fast, use hand sanitizer. I figured this out years ago when I remembered that the smell comes from bacteria reactions, which antibacterial hand gel kills stone dead. Instant results, and the medical smell lasts only a minute. Don't do this routinely though, as it's delicate skin. Use shaving cream as anti-fog. I used it on the inside of my motorcycle visor. Smear it on, let it dry, then rinse off and dry. It also works for bathroom mirrors. You can use it on a small spot so you can still see when you get out of the shower. Shaving cream also removes the smell of urine. If you ever have to take care of someone who is old and/or sick and who wets the bed, a little shaving cream on a rag wiped over their buttocks after they are thoroughly cleaned up helps them really smell clean again. It's a bit of a sad tip, I know, but you never know when you might end up caring for someone who needs help with things like this. Nobody wants to smell. A dab of shaving cream to restore a bit of dignity? Priceless. You can do the Heimlich maneuver on yourself. Use a chair or countertop, press yourself against it, right under your rib cage, and press down hard. Should force air up and dislodge a blockage. You start to cough while eating or drinking, essentially went down the wrong pipe. Immediately lift both your arms up in the air and keep them held up for a few seconds. The act opens your airways and will allow you to catch your breath. Also helps food or drink travel downward. My mom taught us this and it's now second nature. Changed choke to cough. The Heimlich maneuver should be used if someone has food stuck. True lifesaver: if you are ever attacked by a dog, push your forearm into the bite. This pries the jaws apart and prevents them from clamping down. If a dog is attacking you, the best thing you can do is offer your forearm, push as far back as possible, and then grab the dog by the scruff of its neck with your other hand to hold it. The dog is now functionally muzzled and you have control of its head. The sooner and harder you push into the bite, the less damage the bite will do. If a man is in an accident, car, ladder fall, etc., and he gets an erection, don't move him. He has a spinal injury. As a paramedic, this is true. It's called a priapism and is associated with a mid to low back injury. Side note, unfortunately it might be his last erection. Rubbing vegetable oil or any cooking oil on your hands after you cut up jalapenos or other hot peppers. It gets rid of the awfulness that would normally be left on your hands from the peppers. I rub my hands with oil and then wash it off with dish soap. I can totally remove my contacts after doing this. It's crazy how well this works. Put your onion in the freezer for 10 minutes before chopping it. It freezes the juices just enough to slow down the process of it turning into a gas, giving you a few minutes to chop the onion without tears. I learned this tip from a kids' science show years ago, and I haven't had to deal with onion tears since. So many people don't believe me, and then are genuinely surprised when it works. The cheapest, most effective, and safest insecticide against roaches, especially those huge water bug roaches that we have in the South, is a spray bottle of mostly water with just a little liquid dish soap in it. Shake the bottle, get the water a little foamy, then spray the roaches. They will run, scrabble, and attempt escape, of course, but they will die. The soap film suffocates them faster than any chemicals will. A friend told me about this. I thought she was nuts, but I tried it. It works amazingly well. Plus, it's very easy to clean up and safe around food. Not that you want to spray soapy water on your food. If you get a splinter that is still partially sticking out of the skin, put a drop of Elmer's glue on it and let it dry. When you peel the dried glue off your finger, the splinter will be stuck on the glue and pop right off with it. Run your wrists under cold water or rub an ice cube on your pulse points to cool down all over quickly when you get overheated. It seems obvious, but I didn't realize it until last summer working in a warehouse with no air conditioning. Nail polish remover gets permanent marker off skin. You know, in case someone draws a dick on your face. All your kindling for a fire is wet, and all you have is matches and snacks. Any corn chip will light into a ball of flames. Counting really slowly with the goal of reaching 150 is a decent way to fall asleep. If you have any thoughts during it, just let them play out. And if you forget what number you're on, just go from what you last remember. If you make any major movements, just start again. The goal is to force your brain into slowing down and not having any jerky motions or thoughts, and eventually reaching such a level of carelessness that you eventually fall asleep without realizing. Helped me quite a few times, especially with rain sounds. Hope it helps some of you too. Mosquitoes' bites be gone. This hack is the most valuable thing I've learned in my whole life. Heat of the back of a spoon with hot water. Then apply the back of the spoon to the bite. I usually do it twice for good measure. The spoon needs to be hot enough to keep on the skin without burning yourself. So test the heat before you press it down. Keep it on until the heat dissipates. Bite will stop itching almost immediately. Usually the bite has completely disappeared within an hour. This only works with mosquitoes from my experience. 25% of 18 is the same as 18% of 25. Percentages are reversible, and one is easier to figure out than the other one. Smell is closely associated with memory. If you're studying for an exam, buy an odd-scented eraser, like pickle scent. Every time you try to memorize something, take a sniff. Take that eraser to the test and sniff it when you're having trouble remembering an answer. If you stand up too fast and your head starts to spin, rush blackout, tighten your abs as hard as you can, and it'll help drastically reduce the head rush. You can also do it preemptively to help stop it before it even happens. Trouble swallowing pills? Squeeze your left thumb in your fist while you swallow. No idea why, but it suppresses the gag reflex. If you eat something super spicy, take some petroleum jelly and spread it on your asshole before you shit. It will keep you from feeling like you're shitting lava. If you get food grease stains on your clothes, cover the stain with dishwashing liquid. The stain will come off when you wash your clothes. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Write in the comments underneath the video what kind of life hack you know. And also be sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss new super interesting videos, and I advise you to watch our other videos.